This pig ugly brute of a car is called the Gumpert Apollo S. Gumpert were around in the 2000s, the late 2000s. They made one car, the Apollo. They made 3 versions of it. They had the Apollo, the base one, the Apollo S, and there was like a really, really hardcore version called the R. Or it might have been the RS, I can't remember. This is the S, so it's the middle of the range one. Now Gumpert went bankrupt, and were largely forgotten. Which is a shame because the Apollo set a Top Gear lap record of 1:17.1, I think. But they weren't forgotten by everyone. One particular businessman bought the Gumpert Apollo, and, well, just Gumpert, the right, and from the ashes of the dead company came, well, I spoiled it a moment ago, but Apollo. So, those beautiful cars like the Project Evo and the Intensa Emozioni, I know, amazing Italian, came from the same people that made this. Which is quite interesting to think about until you realise this isn't an ugly car for no apparent reason. This is ugly because all of those lines and, bodily things are there for a purpose. Downforce. All of these, look, the big wing on the back, the massive body kit with the inserts taken out of the sides, the splitter with the holes in, all of these are there to stick the car to the road. I believe this car could, at, I can't remember what speed, drive upside down. It develops that much downforce and weighs that little. That's why it set a Top Gear lap record. Not because it's fast in a straight line, but because it corners so well in real life, sticks to the road, and doesn't let up. That is something that I would like, to be honest. I'm a corners person. I'm not hiding away from that. So, let's see just how good this thing is in dealership Tycoon. Starting, not where this car is supposed to be. Going quick in a straight line. And immediately, bad marks for the Apollo. Well, it's not quick in a straight line. You put your foot down, and then it sort of trundles off, rather than properly thumping you in the back while warping you to another dimension. Really does need to be quick. I crashed it. But it really does need to be quicker. Like, look at this. It's barely moving. It's slow, even. For a car that set a record on the Top Gear track, I would expect it to be much quicker. What a disappointment. But that wasn't its strong place. And now I'm on a road with a lot of Could you please do what you're told, phone? But now I'm on a road with a lot of corners, or at least I was. So let's see how well it does here. And this is where you see the point in this car. The way this thing just stays in the curve is very good. I didn't realise how that top corner ended. I should have probably braked, but never mind. But anyway, just look at it. Perfectly flat and level. That's more of a dealership Tycoon thing though. But it just turns and you can hit the apex so easily. That was 170 I went into that. Without a problem, I was on the inside line of the corner. It's so easy to drive this thing well. And naturally I'm still struggling, because you can't make it too easy for me. Brake. Yep, slightly wide out. But even so, now you can see where the goodness of this car is. This is the point of the Apollo. Fast as possible, round the corners. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm calling it the Apollo, Gumpert is an absolutely dog shit name for a company. I'm so glad they just rebranded to Apollo. Feel like it's a much better name. Although, to be honest, the name they've given it in Dealership Tycoon isn't that good either. George Aria. Can't decide if it's a boy or a girl, so just decided to go with both. I mean, it works if you're gender fluid. You can go by your first name some of the time and by your middle name other times. Anyway, here we go on the track. This is where the car was made for. Not even sure, well, it's got a number plate in here, so it's probably road legal. I mean, you'd hope so, right? Accuracy. That felt good through those corners, I can't lie. Power up the straight. Shame there's long straights here. Really, they should replace it with a few more bends so that I can make up time. Flat out, through the corner. Nope, you went slightly wide. 36.48. Reckon I could probably get that down to 35 if I understood that sometimes you've got to lift for that ending corner. So, I still reckon it would be better with a bit of power, so I may end up tuning it, and tomorrow I'll probably tell you how it is. I don't have a Dealership Tycoon long-term reviews, and I don't intend to. But, one thing I will tell you is, we're sticking with the Apollo brand tomorrow. Next episode of these review things, I'm not sure what to call it, why did I call it an episode? We are driving this sensational looking track car. Amazing to think that after just something as simple as a name change, turns out what you can actually do is make cars that look stunning. I will see you then. Until then though, thank you for watching. And on that bombshell, goodbye.